An ancient curse in the form of a virus from the past may very well be the cause of the next pandemic. Now, we've all seen how devastating an impact COVID-19 has to our daily lives and how it virtually made the world come to a stop. But moving forward, we've got to think about how to stop the next one from happening. So, where or what exactly is the source of this new disease? I'm talking about permafrost.
So, what exactly is permafrost? Well, permafrost isn't icebergs melting in the poles as one might think, right? It's actually ground that remains completely frozen under the surface, and inside are carcasses of dead animals, and with them, viruses from the past like the Spanish flu or smallpox. But with global warming, permafrost is thawing, and it could potentially open up a Pandora's box of diseases. And yeah, that's gonna be a problem for us.
With global warming, permafrost temperatures have been rising globally for half a century, and permafrost has begun thawing. Permafrost and climate change actually have a cyclic relationship. Let me explain. As permafrost thaws, microbes start converting organic carbon found inside into greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane. The release of these gases into the atmosphere then contributes to the enhanced greenhouse effect. This positive feedback loop accelerates the rise in temperature, which then accelerates the thawing of permafrost.
And this rising temperature really does have an impact on permafrost. McKay and his team specifically examined permafrost in Canada and adjacent Alaskan areas. They quantified the thawing of permafrost by measuring the changes in the ground temperature and the depth of the active layer. And this is what they found. By comparing ground temperature data from the past and the present, they studied how permafrost responded to changes in ground temperature. They concluded that the increase in the ground temperature of permafrost correlates to the impact of climatic warming over the last 30 to 150 years. And using this data together with climate models, they projected that permafrost regions are likely to reduce by up to 67%.
As permafrost thaws, these ancient viruses are no longer trapped in permafrost. The human species would then be threatened as we do not have immunity against these unprecedented viruses. In addition to directly affecting us, permafrost thawing releases zoonotic viruses, which means that it can infect a human from an animal host. August 2016, in a remote corner of the Siberian tundra called the Yamal Peninsula, a 12-year-old boy died and at least 20 people were hospitalized after being infected by anthrax, a deadly bacteria. A reindeer infected with anthrax died and its carcass was trapped under a frozen layer of permafrost for over 75 years. And during a heat wave in summer of 2016, the permafrost thawed and released anthrax into nearby water and soil, which infected over 2,000 grazing reindeers, which then infected humans. Luckily, anthrax is not transmitted from person to person, but we should not gamble with our luck.
While the future might be gloom in the face of an impending curse from the past, our current progress in medicine and technology has allowed us to overcome most diseases with the use of antibiotics, vaccinations, and other drugs. On the bright side, permafrost has opened the door for scientists to explore new strains. By studying these diseases and pathogens of the past, we may be better equipped to deal with this Pandora box.